What's up, guys? It's Brandon Flash. Today we're here with my F150 Lightning, and we're going to be talking about what I think is hopefully the best phone mount on the market. Let's get in the truck here. I'll show you what I mean. So let me show you my current phone mount. I'll link this one for you guys as well if you're interested. This is a Qi2 vent mount. It's actually pretty good. I just don't like that it doesn't stay on the vent very well. And then it's also too high that it blocks the Blue Cruise sensor if your phone is not exactly right on it. So we're going to be replacing that. This is one I just had from a different vehicle, so I was using it temporarily until I found something better. It does have actually really strong magnets, and it's kind of a cooling type Qi2 pad. So this is a nice mount. Or at least the Qi2 part, but I don't like how it works on this vehicle. I will link this one down below if you're interested for other vehicles. But here we have a phone mount from a company called Offroam. So they make kind of custom mounts for different vehicles. So we have the base, the arm, and then we also have a Peak Design, which is one of my favorite companies. I have their Peak Design Everyday backpack that I use every day. And it's the best backpack I've ever owned. So this is going to be the actual wireless charging phone mount. So this is a 15-watt Qi2 mount. And then this base, I'll open it up here in a second. It actually attaches onto this kind of bottom corner of the vent. And then it has this arm that then can adjust it where it actually goes. So let's open this up. It's going to be a little tricky with one hand, but I'll do my best here for you guys. So toss that over there. So here we have the base. It looks like this. It's kind of just a CNC aluminum, I guess, or something like that, with two screws on the back. Here we have the mounting instructions. So this is specifically for the Lariat and the Platinum Lightning trims because of this sensor right here. And let's see if I put it in gear, if you can then see the Blue Cruise sensor. I guess not, but normally you'd see some IR being emitted from this area, and then there's also a camera in there, and that's what's actually tracking your eyes for the Blue Cruise hands-free functionality. There's also an IR emitter over here as well, but this is where the camera is. So it's really important that you have your entire phone below here-ish, and there aren't that many mounts that will work, and there aren't that many flat surfaces around here. A lot of F150 drivers will like to have a mount that attaches up here and then has an arm that comes out, but that does not work on trucks with Blue Cruise, any Lariat or Platinum. I have this mount. This is not for me, really. This is for if a passenger wants to mount their phone, or what I'll usually use this for is if I have a second phone that I'm using for video on road trips for you guys. But this is actually just a Tesla mount that I already had, and I just stuck there because why not? That's an iPad mount. So let's open this up. I'll start getting the tools out. Or actually, let's just open this more. So there's the little arm, so that way you can adjust the exact position of it. And then I'll open this up. Looks like this is sealed, so that way you guys can see that as well. So here's the actual mount itself, or the Qi2 mount part itself. We've got some instructions in there. What else do we have in there? I guess we've got some cleaning wipes. I guess that's if you're wanting to use like an adhesive mount, but this doesn't actually come with the mount itself in here. This is just kind of the component. It's a 20 millimeter ball. And Offroam does sell just the like vehicle side interface if you want, and then you can use any 20 millimeter ball attachment that you want. You can either use it with this or attach it directly on there, but I bought their complete solution just thinking that that would be my best option. This is also really nice metal. It has the same kind of texture on it like this does, so that way it holds really nice and firm. And then these actually do not have texture, but hopefully these are friction-y enough that it will stay in place. But let me open this up. I'll kind of get it situated on there, and then I'll show you guys. So some quick impressions here. So I loosened the clamping screw here. So that is in the center of the ball. They give you the Allen key necessary for that, which is good. And it's smart because this is actually a captive screw. So that way it can't fall out and you lose it. And then also these screws are in place as well. So that way the whole thing can't like fall into your vent, because that would be a total nightmare. But let's see if I can do this one-handed. This might be a little bit of a struggle, but basically it goes right there. So let me just do that off camera here, because one hand, this is going to be tricky. All right, so I've got it on there. I haven't tightened it down yet, but you can see how it kind of just hooks onto the edge there. You can see that there on the passenger vent as well. So now I'm just going to clamp it down, and it does have rubber there, as you can see, the kind of red. So that way it's not rubbing on the trim and getting scratched. So let me tighten that down and show you guys. So I have it on here. I tightened it down using the Allen key there. And this is sturdy. It's actually flexing the dash a little bit before it moves at all. And that is actually very impressive. I expected it to be secure, but I don't know if I expected it to be that secure. So let me get the arm on here, and then also get the actual mount itself on there, and show you guys kind of the final result. I'll test it out with my other phone here, since I'm filming on my main 16 Pro Max, my bigger phone, and I'll show you guys what that looks like. And then I'm probably not going to use the cord that was included, because I already have a cord run, and I'm actually going to be replacing the big shifter lever here with a dial shifter. So I'm going to have my dash apart hopefully any day now when that Etsy part arrives for that rotary shifter retrofit. And then at that point, since I already have the dash partially apart, that's when I'll route the cables a little better. I'll probably actually route them into the center console for power rather than over here, just to make it a bit cleaner. But this works for now, as I'm kind of figuring out how I use this truck and the different things that I like to have powered. But I would like to not look at all these cords. So here we have the final result. You can kind of see there from the side as well. I've got it cranked down. It is super secure, as you can tell. I mean, that's a lot of force for me to be able to even flex it at all. So I'm super impressed with how well it's gripping on the ball sockets there. And let me just show you with Qi2 charging. This is just my old phone, as I'm awkwardly putting it on. There we go. And here you can see kind of from my driver view, I might turn it slightly just to make it perfectly in line with the screen. But overall, I am super impressed with this mount, not blocking the Blue Cruise sensor at all, even with my bigger iPhone 16 Pro Max that I'll actually use on here, because this phone usually lives up here doing video like that. And that's just a old MagSafe 7.5 watts, so that one's not great. And you might wonder why I also have a cord here, because I only use wired CarPlay, because with doing video and stuff, it can be a little wonky having wireless CarPlay connect if I'm around the vehicle and recording or whatever. Whereas wired CarPlay then gives me full control, and I can just unplug and I know I'm disconnected, and it won't try to reconnect or anything like that, or use microphones from in the truck when I'm trying to record outside. But yeah, this is really rock solid, and I'm really impressed with that. And then worth noting, they give you the little hex, of course, as I mentioned, the instructions. And then they also give you these little like cable clips, I guess they're calling them. They basically just mount to your dash if you want to do that. But I'm probably going to run a cord inside the dash, and then I'll probably flip this around so that way it tucks down around here or something. I don't know exactly how I'm going to route it, but I'll figure something out. But yeah, that's Peak Design packaging. Here you can see the technical specs on the mount right there. So 9 volt, 2.25 amp, 5 volt, 5 watt, or 14 volt, 15 watt. So it's a Qi2 15 watt. And then, of course, I will be putting links down below. They have a few different options for this. I'll link the specific option that I have with the Qi2 charger. But then they also have the least expensive option, which is $40 for just the vent clip itself, which could be a good option if you already have a MagSafe thing that you like. I considered doing that with this mount, but this is a 17mm ball, so it wouldn't have been compatible. And I really wanted to try their full solution, so that way I could give it the best chance it had to really impress me. And so far, I am really impressed. Of course, I'll have to give it my full work up here and drive a lot and try it out. And of course, this is not cheap. It's $120 for a phone mount. However, I think phone mounts are something that you should actually splurge a little bit on, because it's one of those things that you're going to use pretty much every time you get in your vehicle. If you're like me, I connect my USB-C cord for CarPlay, and then I pop my phone on the mount, and then I go and drive. And if my phone is jiggling about, or if I constantly have to reposition it every time I drive, that's just super annoying. So if you're planning on keeping a vehicle for a while, invest in a car-specific mount that's nice and rock solid. I've done that in my Teslas. I've done that in previous cars. And I'm doing that again. I think this is the most I've ever spent on a car mount, but overall, I really like it so far. I don't have an affiliate link or anything like that. They don't actually do those at Offroam, but I'll link it down below because I want you guys to have the best products. Thank you guys for watching. If you haven't already, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you guys on the next one.